All right, let's talk about something we use literally every second of every day, but maybe don't really think about how it works: the internet. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and map out the invisible roads that connect our entire digital lives.
I mean, really think about it for a second. You tap on your phone, and boom, a video from the other side of the world starts playing. It feels like magic, doesn't it? Well, it's not magic, it's just incredible technology. And by the end of this, you're going to understand exactly how that magic trick is done. Okay, so where do we even begin with something so huge? We have to start small, with the most basic building block of the whole thing. See, before you can have an internet, you first need just a plain old network. And at its heart, this is all a network really is. It's just a bunch of connected things that can share information. The analogy here is perfect, really. If you've got a group of people in a room talking to each other, you've got a network. It's the exact same idea for our gadgets. And what are we talking about here? All the stuff you probably have within arm's reach right now. Your computer, your phone, that smart TV on the wall, even your printer. The moment you connect all of those to your home Wi-Fi, congratulations, you've created your very own personal network. They can all see and talk to each other.
Now, you can hook these devices up in a couple of main ways. You can go wired with an actual cable, which is usually way faster and more stable. That's why it's a must-have for pro environments like offices or massive data centers. But for just chilling at home, you can't beat the convenience of wireless Wi-Fi. The key thing, though, they're both just different on-ramps to the exact same highway. So you've got this neat little network running in your house. That's great. But how in the world do we get from your living room to the entire planet? Well, let's zoom out a bit.
So, that network in your home, it actually has a technical name, a LAN, which stands for Local Area Network. It covers, a local area, like your house or a single office building. But what happens when you start linking these LANs together over huge distances, across cities or countries? Then you get a WAN, a wide area network. And the biggest, baddest WAN of them all, you guessed it, the internet.
And this is the big takeaway right here. The internet isn't some single thing or a magical cloud up in the sky. It is quite literally a network of other networks. It's your home network connected to your neighbor's network, connected to your whole city's network, all tangled together in this massive global web. Okay, so we know what it is now, but how does your specific request to watch a video or send an email find its way across this gigantic web so fast? The best way to picture it is to think of it like a supercharged, ridiculously efficient digital mail system. First things first. Every piece of mail needs an address, right? You can't send a letter without a street, city, and zip code. Well, on the internet, every single device, your phone, your laptop, everything, gets a unique number called an IP address. It tells the entire system exactly where to deliver the data. Without it, your information would just be lost in the mail. So let's follow your data on its crazy journey. It all starts when you send a request. That's step one. But here's the cool part. Your request doesn't get sent as one big chunk. Instead, it gets broken down into tons of tiny little pieces called packets. Why? It's all about efficiency. If one tiny packet gets lost along the way, the system only has to resend that one little piece, not the whole thing. Then, these packets all race across the network, and they might even take different routes before, and this is the amazing part, they all get put back together perfectly at the destination. And this whole round trip happens in the blink of an eye. It's just mind-bogglingly fast. Okay, so we know how the mail gets delivered, but who's sending it and who's on the other end receiving it? Let's meet the two most important players in your daily internet experience: servers and browsers. The best way to think of a server is as a giant, powerful computer that never, ever sleeps. It's not like your desktop at home. Its entire job is to store information. Websites, videos, you name it, and just wait. It sits there 24/7, ready to serve you that information the instant you ask for it. They're basically the huge digital warehouses of the internet, and you're using these things constantly, probably without even realizing it. When you watch a clip, you're pinging a YouTube server. When you search for something, you're asking a Google server for help. Every time you scroll your feed, an Instagram server is feeding you those new posts and messages. So, if the server is the giant warehouse packed with stuff, how do you actually get inside and grab what you want? That's your browser. Your browser is like your personal shopper and translator. It takes your request, sends it to the right server warehouse, and when the raw data comes back, it translates it all into the pretty, clickable web page that you can actually use. And yeah, you definitely know these names.
Whether you're Teen Chrome, a Firefox fan, or loyal to Safari, they all do the same incredible, essential job. They are your window to this unbelievably vast world.
Okay, so networks, data packets, servers, browsers. Why does any of this techie stuff actually matter? Because knowing the basics takes you from being just a user of the internet to being an informed user. And that's a huge difference. I mean, when you know how the pieces fit together, it's way easier to spot potential security risks. It helps you figure out why your Wi-Fi might be acting up. It kind of demystifies how your favorite apps do what they do. And maybe most importantly, this foundation makes learning any other digital skill so much easier, because now you actually get the system that it's all built on top of. Here's a perfect, practical example you can use right now. You ever notice that little S at the end of HTTP? That S stands for secure. It means all those little data packets traveling between your browser and the server are scrambled and encrypted. So a simple rule, if you're about to type in a password or credit card number, always look for that HTTPS.
And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? The internet isn't some abstract thing. It's a real infrastructure. It's a system of digital roads and highways. And we've just spent the last few minutes looking at the map, learning the traffic laws, and understanding how everything flows.
So that magic we talked about at the beginning, it's not so magical anymore, is it? It's a system, a brilliant system that you now understand. And that knowledge is your launchpad. So the only question left is, where are you going to go next? Thanks for tuning in.